The confirmed number of new coronavirus cases reported in Los Angeles County in the last 24 hours is 2,551, with 7 additional deaths. Here in Torrance, 27 additional cases were reported and no new deaths. Welcome to COVID-19 Today. I'm Bella Shaw. It's Thursday, July 22nd. COVID-19 cases surged 20-fold in LA County over the past month, with more than 2,500 new cases reported in the last 24 hours. 83% of these cases are among those under the age of 50, and 65% are between the ages of 18 and 49. Test positivity rate is 5.2%, up from just 0.7% a month ago. 585 people with COVID-19 are currently hospitalized. 23% of them are in the ICU. That's more than double the number of people hospitalized just 1 month ago. Public health officials re-emphasize that unvaccinated people are at the highest risk of getting infected with COVID-19, particularly those who have certain medical conditions. They urge all LA residents to get vaccinated, wear a mask that fits, avoid crowded spaces, wash hands often, and stay at home when sick. The LA County Public Health Department's website also provides interesting insights on individual behavior changes during the peak of the pandemic. It includes various analyses, including the percentage of residents who remained at home and the percentage of people who had close contact with others who did not live with them. You can see more at covid19.lacounty.gov. Some businesses in Southern California are now requiring customers to show proof of vaccination. A barber shop in Culver City posted this notice on Instagram, saying they updated their COVID-19 policy, and all guests need to show their photo IDs with proof of vaccination or a negative PCR test within the past 72 hours. This bar in LA shared a similar post saying they'll continue to monitor and adhere to guidelines from the county and the U.S. Centers for Disease Control and Prevention to keep their guests and staff safe. Governor Gavin Newsom addressed this issue on Wednesday. He said California is not at a point where requiring proof of vaccination is needed. He said, quote, "It's unnecessary if we continue to see an increase in vaccinations. We're among the top 10 states. And 11th in terms of single doses. And I want to encourage people who are unvaccinated to get vaccinated." California's Public Health Department confirmed more than 3.7 million cases of the coronavirus to date. Officials say 99% of cumulative cases since January 1st have occurred among the unvaccinated. For the second year in a row, smoke from West Coast wildfires is reaching the eastern parts of the U.S. The traveling smoke is creating vibrant red sunsets and a moon glow 3,000 miles away, but it's also carrying with it poor air quality and other harmful health effects. Eastern cities have been in a smoky haze for days now, with New York health officials reporting an air quality index of 118. Unhealthy for those with breathing problems. Air quality readings were also well above 100 for Boston, Hartford, and Philadelphia. Large fires have been burning now for weeks across Northern California, Oregon, and Canada. The Bootleg fire in Oregon has now burned around 400,000 acres and has become so big that it is creating its own weather. So far, the Bootleg fire created at least 2 fire clouds, an unusual phenomenon caused by rising smoke where clouds produce their own lightning and essentially cause a fire-generated thunderstorm. And here in California, the Dixie Fire charred about 104,000 acres of land, destroying structures and forcing evacuations. Now, this fire was just 17% contained as of this morning. Researchers warn of potential long-term health damages from breathing in microscopic particles of smoke. Authorities are trying to find better ways to protect people from the harmful effects, but face challenges in communicating the risk to vulnerable communities, especially those who live very far away from the burning forests. More stimulus checks went out over the past 6 weeks, bringing the total payments dispersed to $400 billion. The Internal Revenue Service, the Treasury Department, and the Bureau of the Fiscal Service say these payments started to go out in March when the American Rescue Plan Act was signed into law by President Joe Biden. The legislation authorized payments of $1,400 per person, plus $1,400 per eligible dependent for qualifying individuals and families. IRS officials say they will continue to disperse these stimulus checks on a weekly basis. The news comes as the number of Americans seeking unemployment benefits went up. The Labor Department says jobless claims increased last week to 419,000, the most in 2 months. The number of first-time applications, however, has fallen steadily since exceeding 900,000 in early January. A week and a half after a 17 million gallon sewage spill closed beaches from El Segundo to Playa del Rey, some residents in the area say a foul odor is making them sick. Miles of beaches were closed to swimming from July 11th to the 14th, and now people living close to LA's largest and oldest wastewater treatment facility in El Segundo are complaining of burning eyes, nausea, and rashes due to the smell. Treatment plant officials warned on Wednesday that El Segundo residents may experience construction noise, odor, smoke, and flaring during the repair process. The city of El Segundo is asking the city of LA to provide vouchers or reimbursements to those residents who have complained of the negative health impacts. The request was denied, but El Segundo city leaders are persisting and asking for reconsideration, as some residents say they are unable to sleep in their homes. City of LA workers have been working around the clock to pump wastewater out of flooded facilities and sanitize them. They say the plant is taking all measures to minimize and mitigate impacts, including odors and noise. Repair work at the Hyperion Water Reclamation Plant in Playa del Rey will continue through at least the end of August. The Tokyo Olympics officially begins early tomorrow morning, and we're getting reports of another U.S. athlete testing positive for COVID-19. USA beach volleyball player Taylor Crabb is the latest to get the coronavirus while in Tokyo. He has been transferred to a hotel and will not be able to make his Olympic debut this Sunday. Crabb becomes the 4th U.S. athlete to test positive for the virus. Basketball player Katie Lou Samuelson, gymnast Kara Eaker, and tennis player Coco Gauff all tested positive as well. Crabb is expected to be replaced by Tri Bourne for Team USA's opening match against Italy at Shiokaze Park on Sunday. Meanwhile, First Lady Dr. Jill Biden arrived in Tokyo to support Team USA at the Olympics. The opening ceremony is tomorrow at 4 a.m. LA time. You know, working from home has become increasingly popular and in many cases mandatory during the pandemic. And now, as companies begin bringing employees back into the office, many of them are incorporating work from home as a part of their new policy. A recent study found 19% of corporate executives around the world expect employees to work 3 or more days remotely after the pandemic. These results also show a shifting trend towards technology playing a bigger role in daily operations. Cisco, a company that builds the technology enabling people to work from home, saw a huge spike in the internet traffic rate. Officials say the growth over a few days during the pandemic is what you would typically see over 18 months. Cisco held a survey with 13,000 people across 6 different countries, and 78% of them said broadband connectivity was absolutely critical. Many offices are expecting to open back up in September after a 1.5-year hiatus. And job experts say most companies will ask employees to return on a hybrid basis. As the U.S. faces an unprecedented hiring crisis, they fear that companies that don't offer remote work opportunities could have a more difficult time than others at recruiting new talent. Starting in August, Ulta Beauty will have mini shops inside Target, changing the way many people shop for cosmetics and skincare products. More than 100 Target locations across the country, including here in the South Bay, will bring more than 50 prestige brands, including Clinique, MAC Cosmetics, and Smashbox, into its stores. The big box retailer made the announcement last November, and soon the 1,000 square foot shop within a shop will be rolled out in locations such as Manhattan Beach and San Pedro. A popular fast food chain is dishing out free tacos today, thanks to the Milwaukee Bucks' comeback in Game 6 of the NBA Finals against the Phoenix Suns. Taco Bell partnered with the National Basketball Association to revamp their Steal a Game, Steal a Taco deal. The Bucks defeated the Suns 105-98 Tuesday, giving Milwaukee its first championship since 1971. This also means customers can score free Flamin' Hot Doritos Locos Tacos. And if those are too spicy for you, you can choose a nacho cheese Doritos Locos Taco, a crunchy taco, or a soft taco instead. The deal runs all day today at Taco Bell restaurants nationwide. No purchase is necessary, and the deal is limited to one freebie per person while supplies last. LA County Supervisor Janice Hahn and the Los Angeles Regional Food Bank will host another free food drive-through giveaway. They'll return to the same spot, Del Amo Fashion Center by the former Sears, tomorrow from 9 a.m. to noon. This free food distribution is a response to COVID-19. No eligibility is required. It is drive-through only, so no walk-ups. Line formation will begin at 8:30 a.m. and will be strictly enforced. And organizers ask that everyone wear a face covering. Well, as we wrap up the week, be sure to tune into Weekends in Torrance beginning Friday right here on City Cable. Beginning tomorrow, Saturday, and Sunday, learn more about the city's newest art exhibit that's going on throughout the city. We'll take you behind the scenes to opening night and take you to different spots around town where you can check out the unique artwork. And then we'll introduce you to one of the city's dedicated environmental quality officers who helps to keep businesses in line with safety codes and protocols. And on Sunday, learn how local company Pelican Products has shifted gears during the pandemic and what products they are making to help first responders. Weekends in Torrance kicks off tomorrow at 2 p.m. You can find us on Spectrum Cable Channel 3, Frontier Files Channel 31, streaming on our website as well as on YouTube. Well, before we go at the end of each program, we like to share feel-good stories from our community. Pictures, images, and videos that remind us of how resilient our community is and how Torrance truly cares. For years, Gracie Jitsu Academy has been offering free women's self-defense seminars to teach them the basics of protecting themselves. The 2.5-hour seminar is designed for first-time self-defense students. No experience is necessary, but space is limited. You can still sign up for a class this Saturday. The originally scheduled seminar quickly filled up, so organizers added a second one. It's from 3 to 5:30 p.m., and it's at the World Headquarters located on Carson Street near Crenshaw Boulevard. What a helpful way to empower women here in the South Bay. Now, if you have a great story, upcoming event, a photo or video you'd like to share, email us at covid19today@torranceca.gov. We'd love to hear from you. Well, that's our update for COVID-19 Today. Have a wonderful weekend. We'll see you back here on Monday as Leslie Robbins brings you the latest. Be safe, stay healthy, and thanks so much for tuning in. We'll see you next time.